Guys, it's me and Cadencewhispers. I'm back and I'm feeling better and I've got a new haircut, which hasn't gone to plan today because it's been raining, so it's gone wavy. I'm going to promise to have it straight, but oh well. I'm here on my own today. My son started playgroup, preschool playgroup in preparation for next year, which I'm kind of having mixed emotions about. You know, in a way it's good. He's able to socialise. I'm able to, have a few days a week where I can actually just focus on work, and he's making friends, but at the same time, my baby's growing up. So I'm having a little bit of an internal crisis about it. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. But, I just thought I'd give a little bit of an update just in terms of my life as well, before we go into today's reading. Some of you remember me telling you about a girl who was a client who's professing to be gifted and she has abilities and things like that. Well, the drama continues because basically the site owner, I'm not going to name names just in case any of you are on the site, but the site owner, as he says to everybody, take a look at the other, listings that the other guys have done just to get inspiration. But she literally stole all of my ideas and passed them off as her own. And not only that, but yet again, on her listing, she was claiming she was cheaper because she's genuine. And I kind of got really annoyed with it last week because she was insinuating that all the other people on the site who spent years building their reputation with clients, building a good name for themselves, she was basically saying that we all charge too much because we're not genuine and all our clients are numbers, and that really annoyed me. So I just sent her a message and I said, look, just first of all, I just want you to understand that it's really disrespectful to lie to somebody, lie to people saying that you're gifted when a few weeks ago you told me you weren't even sure if you had gifts and you wanted to be a counsellor, and now you're coming on here saying that you're cheaper than everybody else because you've got genuine gifts, when you don't want to be getting on the wrong side of people. It's not very fair to make that, sort of make everybody else on the site feel like, first of all, they have to lower their prices to match you, and second of all, to insinuate that they don't have real gifts when the site owner, he test reads people, and I feel like maybe he just thought, oh, she'll learn as she goes, but it was the fact that she was calling all of us names, and, I was trying to be very diplomatic about it, but I just said it's really disrespectful to do that, to steal other people's ideas, pass them off as your own, leave feedback on my page saying I'm too expensive, then go and undercut everybody on price. People are leaving because of it. It's just not very nice to do that, If you're coming into an environment, it's like a family, the site that we work on. You can't just come in and say all of these things and think that it'll be acceptable and okay. And, I thought she'd, I thought she would kick off, and she did kick off because she's not an empath, she's not an enlightened person, because if she really was, she wouldn't behave the way that she did. She wouldn't try and do that to other people. And to put a long story short, she basically said I'm a vile person, I treat my clients like numbers, I don't have a real gift, I'm just there to make money, which is a load of crap. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't be doing these free YouTube videos for people, I wouldn't be doing free readings on the site. Sometimes people just need to hear a friendly voice, and it just really upset me because I'm not like that at all, and clearly she is. And I just said to her, look, I'm just speaking on behalf of everybody else on the site, and I've had clients actually coming to me and saying your ads are really disrespectful, and I was like, you shouldn't be getting to that point, just have some respect. But anyway, long story, as the week progressed last week while this was going on, a lot of the clients that had been speaking to her had actually come to me afterwards to get more in-depth readings because hers weren't sufficient, because she's not got real gifts. And, tarot cards, etc., they're open to interpretation, but the free readings she was giving, they were completely wrong, completely out of context, and I was just, you know, it just upsets me because everybody on that site, they've been on there for years, they've never had to lower the prices, people have been willing to pay them, but she's coming on saying that she's the best, and people are starting to leave the site, or they're not getting as much work, and it just really annoys me that all these people have put this work in, myself included, and she's coming in thinking she could take it all away. Well, I spoke to the site owner about it, and he's removed the bad wording, he says, on the reading, the advertisement, so that it doesn't look like she's slagging us off. But instead of actually apprehending her, he's just removed it, and I'm just, no. I was just like, that's not really going to solve the problem, is it? But, you know, I'm sure Karma will catch up with her very soon anyway, but I just wanted to give a little update, and I just think that people who do this, who try to make out that they have these abilities and then they don't, and then they charge people for it, and it's just not up to the standard it should be. It's just ridiculous. But again, I'm sure Karma will get her. So anyway, on to today's reading. So today I thought we'd do a yes or no reading because we have a lot of questions, and sometimes we just need a straightforward yes or no answer, you know, instead of fancying it up. You know, people just want a definitive answer, so that's what I thought I'd do today. I've got a couple of new decks. The new one I'm using in this is the Akashic Tarot, and the Akashic records are all about, you know, our past lives, you know, the things our soul's done before, the lessons that we need to learn. So I thought it would be interesting to use in today's reading. I've also got my eyelashes done. Let me just show you. Got my eyelashes done as well as my hair, because, you know, I'm a mum and I hadn't had my hair cut in about a year, and I'd been growing it out, and I just thought, you know what, I'm sick of looking like a schlub, so I'm just gonna treat myself for once. So I did. But anyway, a typical format, as you know, ladies and gents, is do 3 piles, pick a pile. So this one here, I'll show you, pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3, and we're just trying to find out today, is the answer to your question yes or no? So let's begin with pile 1. Hey guys, back with pile 1. So let's start from the bottom. So on the bottom we've got the Akashic Tarot. So the first one is the Akashic Fields, which is the One of Forces. We've also got the 7 of Keys, the Ascent, and then we've got the Work Your Light Oracle. We've got Dance with Life, and Birthing a New Age. And then we've got the Master Tarot deck. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Ooh. And the last card, which is from the Wisdom of the Oracle, is Poised. So I feel like the answer to your guys' question is yes. I feel like you're ascending into a new phase of your life, and I feel for some of you, you're asking whether you're going to get pregnant, and I would say the answer to that is yes. But with the pages as well, because it's a youthful energy, they tend to say yes because, you know, they're a lot more pure, and I just feel like you're coming into a new period of life now where the things that you've been working hard to achieve are actually going to happen. The Akashic Fields, let me just double check this one, because I did get to use them recently, but because I've not been well, I've forgotten what they mean. So forces, let's see. Oh yeah, it's just about new opportunities, amazing opportunities. You know, it's in embracing the beauty of life and just really going with it. You know, I feel this is going to be a dramatic change in energy for you, because I feel like previously, you know, there was always blocks in the way, there was always obstacles, and I feel like you feel that this change of energy is here, and you just wanted to confirm your suspicions that things are actually going to finally start going your way. So, you know, for some of you, if you are looking to get pregnant, have a child, now is going to be a great time. You know, it could be something like, you know, is my child going to get into the school that I want them to get into next year? You know, I just feel like there's a lot of childlike energy around this, so I feel like a lot of you may be asking questions about your children. You know, it could be to do with their future, you know, whether you want to move house to be closer to a specific school, whether it's just about embracing a new version of yourself, you know. I just feel like it's really significant time, you know, to really kind of, what's the word? Is that my camera? Or is that the light? That's really freaking me out. But yeah, I just feel like children are important in your life at the moment, and you know, they may actually kind of show you the way how to go about things. You know, it's just embracing that childlike energy, because sometimes when we let go of all the negativity and all the adult argy-bargy and just try to think more like a child, it does bring more opportunities our way. So what I would say for you guys is I do definitely feel like the answer is yes, and I feel like with the Ascent card, you know, it's on your soul's path. It's meant to happen to enlighten you, to take you to a higher place, a higher plane of understanding, you know, just upgrading your life essentially, which I feel is what you've wanted to hear, because, you know, for a lot of us the past couple of years, you know, it depends on where your planets are and things like that as well, but I know for quite a lot of us, the past few years it has been really difficult, and we've come across a lot of stumbling blocks, and then we only, you know, we get so far and then something else gets in the way. But I feel like literally going to smash through everything at this time. Things are just going to fall into place for you, and you know, you won't even be expecting some of it. So I do feel like the answer for pile 1 is yes. And now we're going to move on to pile 2. Hey guys, I'm back again. Okay, pile 2. If you don't know that song, it's Back Again by You, Me at 6, and it's stuck in my head. So let's start from the bottom. So we've got the Akashic Tarot, we've got Archangel Michael. If you can see, Archangel Michael is all about emotions and following your heart. Spring, autumn. Ooh, we are in autumn now, technically. We're about a few weeks away, but okay. And then we've got the Work Your Light Oracle. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Oh, yes. Just say yes. Oh, before I carry on, guys, my new deck, my Oracle deck, is still on the way. There's a bit of a delay in printing it, and because it's coming from America, and I didn't really want to pay £40 to have it rushed, they're taking the slow boat with it. So it says it should be here by next week, so I'm hoping so, because I really want to do an unboxing and unwrapping. But anyway, I digress. So we've got the Master Tarot deck, and we've got, ooh, the 10 of Cups, yay, and the 6 of Cups. And then from the Wisdom of the Oracle, the Tribe. So, wow, it just seems to be all about like emotions and families at the moment. I don't know if it's just getting to that time of year, but I feel like for you guys, again, the answer is yes. But I feel like it's going to be around autumn time that this happens. And I feel for some of you, you want to move from where you are. Because I feel like you're trapped where you are, the energy isn't right, you know, you're feeling blocked up, you know, and it's I feel like, it's saying where do you need to establish better boundaries, and I feel like this is going to happen. I mean, we're not technically in autumn yet, so I'd say within a few weeks this is going to happen. But what's important to remember is to set your own boundaries. If there's something in this process of achieving this yes to your answer, there's something you're not happy with, you need to tell people. The tribe, it's all about the family and things, so this could be, with your children, with your partner, if they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing, or I don't mean that like they're cheating or anything like that, but if they're just not helping you as much, and, they, for example, you want to move closer to move closer to their family and not really doing anything to help. It's telling you, just to kind of set them in place. And when, you actually achieve that, once you've achieved, this yes answer, really enforce those boundaries then, because when you do it then, it's going to ensure that you can achieve what you want and you keep manifesting what you want, because it's all about boundaries. It's all good being charitable and things like that, but sometimes people can take liberties, and you shouldn't be having to do that. And I feel for you, you kind of, I don't know what, I just feel at the moment everybody's asking about their children, their families, it just seems to be a lot of that in the air at the moment. I need to actually look that up, what numerological month it is, because I think it may be a 3 month. In fact, are we in a 3 year? I think we might be in a 3 year, which is all about like relationships and things like that. But like I said, I do feel like this is a yes answer. Archangel Michael showing here because he's saying to you to ask him for help, just to kind of give this a push and move it forward. But I do feel that this is going to affect your family in a really positive way. It's going to lead the way to a lot of happiness, a lot more happy times. And I just feel like when you get this what you want, you're going to be saying yes to a lot more things, because you know that when you ask for something, it will come, so sometimes you have to give yourself the yes answer. If you're on the fence, sometimes just say yes, because you don't know what it can bring for you. So that was pile 2. Like I said, I mean, the yes or no reading's not very long. It's just really to give you an answer, a yes or no answer. In the future, if you like these, I can go into a bit more detail, but I just wanted to give sort of a brief answer. So now we're going to move on to pile 3. Here we go, guys. Pile 3 for you. What do you think of the new hair? It looks good when it's straight, but I'm not sure if this length suits with the waves, but anyway. So the Akashic Tarot, we've got the 6 of Keys in Crescent Moon, the King of Scrolls. I'm still getting used to this Akashic Tarot. I'm still not entirely sure what all of them mean, but I'm learning as we go along. Oh, who we've got? No. Take a break. King of Wands. Oh, the Lover's reversed. And clean it up. So what it's basically saying, no, it's not going to happen at the moment. The 6 of Keys in Crescent Moon, it's all about taking your time, to really build, the perfect time and place for this to happen. The King of Scrolls, he likes to plan things out, he thinks things through thoroughly, and he's saying it's not the right time at the moment. There's more things that need to be done. Take a break. It's saying you don't have to rush everything. Things happen for when they're meant to happen. Don't try and push things when they're not ready to. The King of Wands is a bit of a funny one, because he's all about action and things like that. So I feel like what it's saying is become less like the King of Wands and become more like the King of Scrolls. Don't be rushing in. Don't be impulsive. Just kind of sit back, take a look at what you need to do, and it's just the timing isn't right, clean it up. I just feel like there's a lot of things that need tidying up and wrapping up before this can come into place. And the Lover's reversed, I feel like if it was to happen at this time, it would have a negative effect on your relationships. So it's just saying at the moment you need more planning, you need to sort some things out in the background. You know, you really need to put a plan into place. Don't go rushing into making decisions. You know, so for example, this is just an example, it might not be relevant, but if you really want to move house and, you know, you've seen what, like, for example, we have a housing bidding system in the UK, and you know, when you bid, it's based on your need, etc. So for example, I've bid on one, we'll bid on two, one where we really want to live, and one it would be okay to live, but it's not ideal because, you know, it's a flat, it's got a garden, but really we want a house. So for example, we're quite high up on the flat. If we were to be offered that, if I accepted it without asking him, he would not be happy and it would affect us, you know. So that's just an example. So it's like saying, really, you need to kind of check with other people, you know, if they feel it's the right thing to do. You know, don't cause necessary friction because you're so eager to move forward and you're not really thinking about other people's feelings and opinions in this. So for pile 3, basically the answer is no, not right now. Anyway guys, I hope this has been helpful and it's answered your questions. Please let me know if it was correct and if it was relevant for you. Again, as always, please leave feedback if you wish and any ideas for future readings. The next reading I'm going to be doing is how to fix our relationship, because I feel sometimes we all need outside perspective on maybe where we're going wrong and things we can try to get it back on track. So I will probably be doing that later today. If not, it will be Wednesday, just because I've got a lot of readings to get through today. And obviously I don't want to push myself to do too much because I'm still recovering. Oh, sounded like such a pity thing then, didn't it, to cough when I was saying I'm still recovering. But I am still recovering. So I don't want to push myself because I've learnt my lesson, because that's part of the reason I got ill, is because I was pushing myself too hard. But anyway guys, I really hope that this has been helpful and I'll see you again real soon. Take care.